Syphilis. All right. So this is a harmony song. It's probably going to sound a little funny, but this one's for you, Jess. So don't ever say I didn't do anything for you.
Jess?
Jessica Wagner.
No, she was giving me crap about not playing the songs. Heck with her. Boo.
Well, she kind of requested, not this one, but a song.
All right.
One morning, I woke up and knew you were really gone. A new day, a new way, and knew I had to ramble on. Go your way, and I'll go mine, and ramble on.
Nice job.
Woo!
Woo! And Chris is not here to crap on it.
And it's ironic because this isn't even going to be on the Ramblecast.
No.
That's true. It's not. Yeah.
We're going to give you guys a quick heads up. The next 4 episodes, starting with this one, are going to be explicit podcasts. They're going to be the After Dark. And I'll be honest with you. The reason we're doing this is because all of a sudden, the After Darks are getting a lot more downloads than the regular Ramblecast. So we're just testing it to see maybe it's just because the Ramblecast is every week or every three a month, and the After Dark is only once a month. So maybe you guys have more time to listen to it. So again, we're just testing it. It's just a test. This is going to be on the Married Man feed. Of course, you'll know that because you're already listening to it. But it's an explicit podcast. So
fuck that shit.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. And also, we have a new email address.
What? A new one?
A new one.
Oh, it's good. It's going to be a lot easier to remember, too, because it involves Ramblecast and After Dark.
Yeah, it's RCAD Cast. Now, I went with, originally it was JJ, because you need six letters or 6 things to, I'm trying to blank on it. 6 things.
Characters?
Characters, there you go.
4 things.
6 things. That's how we say it in the South. But you have to have 6 characters in order to have it a official. So I went J. So first I went C. Before I knew that, I went RCAD, and they said no. I said okay. So I went JJ RCAD, and it said taken. I said, what the hell?
Somebody's out there.
Who the hell has that? Stuff. It's like when Jay's.
Oh, some guy named JJad.
No, there you go. When Jay hooked up my first ever Gmail account, it was Handsome Jack from the Lost Days. It was taken. So I had to go Handsome Jack 2.
There's some guy out there that's like, I'm the Handsome Jack.
It's probably Matthew Fox. He's like, crap.
Fuck that guy.
So this one is ACADcast at gmail.com. And I've given everyone the password so everybody can check it to see if we have any.
And I'll give any of the listeners or the patrons the passwords.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But Jessica, I can't play phone calls because I don't have a mixer.
But he does have some pretzels, and hopefully Jack does not choke on those tonight.
Right.
So we're down a podcaster, so there's no way that one of us is going to be like
Boston's playing I didn't see it message. All right, let's take a vote between the 3 of us since we just had an election. Okay. All right, I'll start with Matt.
Yeah,
was he telling the truth, or was he kind of fudging a little bit?
Well, it's weird because he was on Messenger last night for some reason on our group, but he didn't see our Ramblecast. So maybe he has the alerts turned off for that.
I actually said at Chris Skybeck.
That is true. Not sure how he missed that all day, but anyway.
Look, and I started the messages yesterday morning.
Yeah. Well, always Monday.
So, you need to vote. This is not Florida. You need to actually vote the proper way. There's no lines. There's no hang-ups here. Vote yes, yay or nay.
I think he saw it. No, he didn't see it. But I don't know why he didn't see it.
Okay, so you're saying Nick. What say you?
All I know is that Chris is from the state of Ted Kennedy, and Ted Kennedy would never do anything wrong.
No.
So I think he totally saw it, and then.
Oh, so that I was hoping you would say no, because I wouldn't have to vote. This makes me the tiebreaker. Chris has a lot going on. He's selling a house. There's some other thing. They announced the thing that we right.
Oh yeah, on our show. Yeah.
Yeah, he's having a baby here soon. So I'm going to say he might have saw it, but with everything going on, he just lost. He just forgot about it.
No.
Another question, follow up.
Okay.
Will he actually listen to this?
No.
To hear us ragging on him. Okay.
No.
All right.
All right. So fuck it. He saw it. He just said he blew us off.
Okay.
He rushed us.
He's that one Boston Red Sox fan, that got arrested, for destroying something. He's podcasting from the Slammer.
Did you see that? The Red Sox guy threw the beer at the trophy.
Oh, the trophy? Yeah, just an idiot, moron.
Yeah. What a dumbass.
No, I did not.
I think Boston should have had to not Boston, our Chris, but Boston should have had to forfeit the trophy because their fans are dumbasses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many things that are just dumb about it. Like I saw, it's like 4 or 5 guys knock down a bronze statue somewhere in the middle of Boston. It's like, why are you destroying your own city? You're not even on the team. You didn't even play. And then, my favorite was bless her heart. Bless her heart. She probably was 10 years old, girl, and she was in the parade, standing on the side of the parade, and the news reporter was like, "Who are you hoping to see?" And she's like, "Tom Brady," and the reporter's like, "Okay, he might show up, maybe."
Tom Brady saw that and said, "Screw you, I ain't showing up. It's cold outside. I might get my lips might get chapped." But people always ask, San Diego has never since 1963 hasn't won a championship except for the Sockers. They won 10 or 11 years. They said, why is San Diego such a terrible at winning championships? Because I said our city's too pretty to destroy. Because I never got that.
But
I remember
smell like urine.
It does. Well, the stadium does.
It does smell like urine. I'm just saying.
Well, they did vote yesterday to give San Diego State the property.
Oh, the NFL stadium,
the whole property, the whole Mission Valley.
Oh wow!
They did vote. San Diego did vote yesterday to give the property to them so they can build more. Because San Diego State has like 40,000 people going there, and it's literally that's where the Aztecs play. It's literally not even a mile away. The trolley system comes there. All the freeways come there. All the infrastructure was there. I don't know, Spanos. Let's go downtown where nothing. Okay, I'm done.
There's a trolley system there.
San Diego has a trolley system.
It's pretty good, Matt. Yeah, it's not as good as it's pretty good. It's a good system. You can get around pretty easily.
I do know when it first came out, there was some politician in San Diego said, "Oh, the rest of America is building subways and high-speed rails, and San Diego's building a trolley system." But it actually turned out to be they're doing it. It's like going everywhere. I mean, It's going to be going down to the beaches and stuff eventually.
Are you telling me it goes to the land of make-believe?
It might.
Okay.
It might. But San Diego State has got the land, so they're going to tear down the P Stadium.
Good.
Well, they're going to build a new stadium, but they also have an option to expand it to being an NFL team there. And I said, well, that's just too big for the San Diego State's proposed stadium would hold 35,000. I said, well, unfortunately, that'd be too many for the Chargers. They'd have to buy more tarps because, they can only get like 20-something thousand fans to the games at StubHub. So anyway, but that's the deal right now. San Diego State has got the land because there was between Soccer City, which what's it? Donovan, the soccer player, Donovan. Any soccer players here? Well, Chris would have known. Damn it! Fuck you, Chris. Donovan, he's a famous American soccer player.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
The only one I know is the '60s pop star.
No, Donovan
McNabb is a football player.
He didn't know that. Donovan McNabb didn't know soccer games could end in a tie.
Yeah, he didn't know football games. He didn't know actual football games.
We were recording back then. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Larry Donovan. No, John Donovan. His last name is Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I've seen him play. Yeah,
he's a soccer player, great soccer player. But Soccer City did not succeed. They were going to build a MSL stadium. But now they can play at San Diego State. But it's San Diego. They can't do things the normal way. Everything has to be on half-ass backwards. But anyway,
so is Donovan involved with this P Stadium because he could play
No, he was involved in Soccer City.
Oh, okay. Soccer City. Sorry, I got confused.
It was San Diego State West and Soccer City were the two things on the ballot, and he had to have at least 50% to get it. But there's going to be lawsuits, and because that's what happens.
There's no Mellow Yellow involved.
No, well, no, not yet. I mean,
sorry, that was a different Donovan.
But as having great memories of the Q, San Diego Stadium, whatever it's been called. Now it's called something else. But I want a piece of I want a piece of that stadium, but I don't want the P part.
Oh, sure, that'd be hard to get.
But why? Because they blow it up. I mean, it's just imploded or whatever they do. Pee it down. But the peach smell goes all the way out to the parking lot.
Okay, what would you rather? And by the way, I'm drinking tea tonight out of my Yoda mug. What would you rather do? Sit in the P Stadium or go to a tea house with your wife?
Oh, sit in the P Stadium.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering what the stench is worse to you.
Well, tea.
I know how badly you have an aversion to tea.
I don't. I would, but I went to the P Stadium for years, so it's not like it's a shocker. I mean, it's like you go there and go, this place smells like pee.
What you working on there?
Me? Yeah. I mean, you said it, so I had to look it up real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm just mad about Saffron. Saffron's mad about me. I just couldn't get to the chorus. They call me Mellow Yellow. Quite right. They call me Mellow Yellow. Quite right. They call me. Yeah, it's basically the same thing over and over.
No, that was nice.
If anyone's never listened to Donovan, he does have some pretty catchy tunes.
Well, I love Colors of the Wind.
That's a classic song.
Yeah.
So,
classic.
And it's also a great soda. Only available in the South and New Zealand for some
reason. Are you telling me Colors of the Wind is a soda too?
Yeah.
All right.
All we are is color in the wind.
I'm serious. It's a really beautiful song.
Is that the song?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go back to the Beretta thing, but geez,
Well, people said I think it was Jessica again, said I sounded cranky.
Well, I did call you cranky.
Yeah,
cranky. But I meant to say cantankerous. I was a little bit blinded over the weekend. I'd like to just kind of, I know Nick asked me about this at the top of the show.
And you said, fuck you, Nick. Save it for the podcast.
Fuck you. I'm not going to tell you anything about my personal life. We'll just talk politics before the show, and then we'll get to our actual. So I had this awful accident that happened on Saturday. We were down in southern Indiana with my wife, kids, their cousins, my brother-in-law. We had all gone down to a property they have down there. And
what part of southern Indiana? What's the town?
It's near Paoli. So that's it's not Pawnee, but
still not helping me. Paoli. Isn't that more like money? That's like you get paid, right?
Yeah, you'd think, but it's not. It's pretty poly.
Okay.
But not to. I'm not crapping on anybody from Paoli. So my wife's family has property down there, and so we were visiting it. Anyway, the fall was just beautiful. The trees are awesome. I'm taking great pictures. And anyway, we get back to a spot, and I'm making a fire. And I'm breaking a branch, and the branch breaks me because a big, huge part of the branch comes up. And I think I'm pretty impervious to being poked in the eye because I wear glasses all the time.
You would think that was going to be my next question.
Right, yeah, but got me from the side. Came in, cold cocked me. Got my right eye, cut it right underneath the iris there on the cornea, and kind of in the 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock position or whatever on my eye. And so anyway, that was it for me.
So Paoli fucked you over.
Well, the forest did.
If I was king of the forest.
So it was bright, and then of course, like my wife proceeded to make the fire. I can't be around the fire because like there's nothing. We're not.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
Everybody has kept doing their normal thing. They just push you aside. Why you're going blind in one eye?
Actually, one of my nieces. It was really sweet because I'm hunched over. I have my eye like under my shirt. I'm just kind of like just tearing up, trying to. I think I still have something in my eye.
So your wife just pushes. I'll build the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
She basically, you know. But my niece, so sweet. She's like, "Are you okay, Uncle Matt?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm okay." So, you know, I make the best of the situation that I am. I've had a corneal scratch before, actually by a stick. Trees have it in for me. I don't know what it is.
You gotta watch out for these sticks. They're lethal.
They come in from the side. I'm telling you, it's dangerous.
I want a law pass outlawing sticks around Matt.
They're as bad as meowsers.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you know, Matt, like I find the story really unbelievable. I think you need to know your audience.
Yeah. And just lie.
You should have just, you know, the way I imagine it is, you know, you're out there camping with the family, you know, you got a nice blanket next to the campfire, you know, you just ate some s'mores, you know, it's just a great family setting. You're lying on your back, your wife's cozied up next to you, you know, you're looking up at the stars, you know, got some Mentos. And then all of a sudden,
and you're listening to Nick's tunes playing.
Listen to the ukulele, the ukulele album by Nick. You know, it's just great. You know, and then, you know, like I said, like, you know, the Mentos are kicking in. You're loving it, and then out of the corner of your eye, a little bit of fear shuttles up your spine. You know, and then you look over. And what is it? It's meowsers in the grass, and then
he's got a stick.
Yeah, he just comes leaping in. He just leaps in, and it's like ha. That's what I imagine, you know. And like the cat's on the face, you're jumping up, running around, like, Daddy, what's happening? You know.
I was almost afraid to make fun of you. Because you know, last time I did, you know, you had the Mauser thing, and the next week I almost died.
Yeah, so I know. It's
I'm like,
it wasn't
okay,
quite next week. It was a few.
Well, you know, I'm like, I go, do I pick on Matt because of this? But I was thinking, I go, you know, you're cooking marshmallows. It's a good thing you didn't go, and put the hot marshmallow in your eye.
There was no hot poker, thank God.
Yeah,
no burning. So.
When I was in high school, my high school girlfriend, that actually, not in the eye or on the face, same thing, like out cooking s'mores, you know, campfire, and I'm not sure if it was her stick or someone else's stick, but you know how it is, you got the flaming hot marshmallow on the stick, you're kind of waving it around.
It's got goo on it that can burn.
Yeah, it went down her shirt. And so, like, to this day, I mean, we're not, you know, I haven't seen her, but like to this day, she still has a scar, like from here, like right down her cleavage, where the marshmallow burned her down. It's just like,
but does she tell the truth, or does she make up a story? It's like almost Matt with Mauser.
I don't know. I've never heard her tell the story. I was there, so I don't know.
Well, I was making out with my ex-lover, Nick. He made part of his famous ukulele album. Yeah. Anyway, he was pouring hot wax on my chest. You know how high schoolers do it.
Yeah, it's experimental time.
And then some guy that we were out camping, and some guy named Dan came out of nowhere and tried to kill us both.
So that's when I swore off men.
It wasn't because of Nick.
Had nothing to do with Nick.
Okay, yeah, it was Dan.
It was Dan. I knew then those men were trouble.
You know, I know Dan's been posting pictures like he's out in the West, but who's to say that he wasn't actually down in that forest with the stick?
He gets around, and that again does. If you don't know, Dan is alleged to be a serial killer.
Yeah,
because but he gets to this.
Lovingly.
He is going from one end of the country to the other, and to remote locations.
Yeah.
So
always.
Yeah. What else would you do in those locations other than bury a body?
You think he'd be on the Travel Channel? Potential serial killer Dan shows you America.
I'd like a crossover of Dexter Travels America, you know, except it's Dan.
But not the end of Dexter.
Okay, not the end of Dexter, which I've never seen because I just prefer to ignore that there was ever a last season.
Okay.
I've never watched one episode of Dexter.
What?
And like I remember being at Comic-Con during the baby season, and everyone told me the next year, stop after that season. Like, watch all the way to the baby season and then never watch it again.
I went to the end with it. And I'm going to tell you right now. You went to the end, Matt?
No, I never watched.
I
stopped like 4 episodes into
I did the stick to the eye, I went to the end. I finished. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a show that could be considered one of the greatest shows of all time, because the last season. I mean, people say after the fourth season you should stop watching. I kept watching. The season next to the last season was but the final season is just terrible. If the last season was the first season, we wouldn't even be talking about Dexter.
Well,
because it just went on. It went on too long. But the way they ended it was. I don't want to spoil people. It sucked. Literally sucked. Do not watch the last season. And I had the way to end it for them, and they didn't listen to me.
You know, it's funny. Like, I always wonder, because if I was an actor and I'd signed on to be on a project, and because I usually, especially for seasons, I usually get all the scripts in one go.
Yeah.
If I'm reading a script and I know this sucks, don't you have an obligation to go like, dude, this sucks. I don't care if you're paying me $14 million an episode. I'm not reading this crap.
I don't know if he did or not, and all the rest of their actors, but it is absolutely terrible. I mean, I'm not even sugarcoating it. It sucked.
Just like everything, Jack.
And I would say that to the point. It sucked. I mean, my wife and I were watching the last few episodes going, oh, we've gone this far. We've gone this far. I'm like, oh my God, how bad. I mean, it's almost like you're saying, Nick, the actors knew how bad it was going to be.
So they were already checked out. No, he just checked out like Dexter.
Okay, but
I'm listening. I'm writing my notes.
How bad it could be that maybe they knew, and they just did like, I'm getting my paycheck. Let's get the hell out of here. But it's my reputation. I mean, I can't go out and do something shitty like that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's kind of like when like an artist like Stevie Wonder or somebody like makes like 4 really great records in a row in the 70s, and then he put out Life of Plants or whatever it's called in 79, and you want to have like that friend to go like, Stevie, did you listen to this? Because it's really bad. Like when do you get to that point where it's like,
well, he was pretty superstitious, wasn't he? I see what I did there.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Well, just to play along with Stevie Wonder here for a second, at some point, I had to go out and buy some big, huge blue blocker sunglasses.
Nice.
And I rocked those things. They covered all of the light out, which was great. Well, most of it, but it had it covered on the sides, so I was protected. And I since we were a ways away from home, it wasn't until we got home and, finally like sat down about 7:00 at night or 7:30. And I took 2 melatonin and went to bed. I've had scratches before. I tried to put a patch on it, but it kind of aggravated it more. And I had been dumping, kind of tear-free or, redness relief or whatever, my wife had in her purse at the time.
Anti-sap.
Or acid. I don't know what she put in it. Here, Matt, take this. It'll be great.
Super glue.
It's a special concoction of spiral meningitis and some other abnormal kind of viruses that I've put in there. But go ahead, put it in your eye. So
don't you dry out, kid?
Yeah, I was in a bad place though. So Sunday morning I woke up just puffy red eye and pink, and I tell my wife, I'm like, I don't care. Just find an immediate eye care place or something that we can go to. At that point, I'm willing to pay whatever the copay is. Just going to be out the wazoo or whatever. And we ended up going to a place. It was like $100 copay, but seriously, in the grand scheme of things, it's your eye.
It's your eye, yeah.
It's not like your body comes with Apple Care. This iPhone right here is irreplaceable. I don't care what science can tell you at this point. It's like, so the doctor was able to, she gave me numbing drops, which were amazing, but she couldn't prescribe those.
What's in the numbing drops?
I don't know.
The THC concentrate.
It could have been LSD for all I care. It felt great for 10 minutes. I felt no pain. She proceeded to put all of these other chemicals then in my eye to see where the scratch was. And
was she just like going, we're going to keep putting these in until something works?
No, she put some stuff in there that made my eye glow, kind of a fluorescent yellow. And she saw where the scratch was and then prescribed me some antibiotics. And
you could have been like a superhero or something, right? A glowing eye.
After just watching Daredevil and being half blind, I'm like, I don't know how that fucking guy did it. Like, seriously. Like,
Did you finish Man in the High Castle?
No, he didn't even watch one more episode of that this last week.
I did, actually. I watched like 3 in a row, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, you watched the first 3, right?
The first 3 I mean, I know what's happening, but I just...
Spoiler, in the episode 5, Hitler stabbed himself with an eye. It was a stick in the eye.
I don't know how that happens. Cause
he goes, "Hi, Hitler," and he's got a stick. And well, dude, spoiler.
You already said spoiler alert. I think if anybody's seen season 3, they should.
I don't know now.
Anyone who's seen season 2 should know that Hitler's not in season 3.
Well, no, I think there's a clip of him.
I haven't. I need to watch further, but I did try. I gave it the old college try.
What do you have a problem with it? It's an excellent season.
It's just been hard for me to get into it. I don't have anything against it. Maybe it's just the mood that I'm in. There's sometimes like certain things click with me. I don't know why I got into the Punisher. I'm not like a gung ho guy. Like I do not own a gun or a gun rack.
The Punisher
or a rack that would necessitate an entire rack.
Now the Punisher is the guy from
Daredevil season 2.
No, but he's from Walking Dead. He's Shane, right?
Right, exactly. He's Shane from The Walking Dead, and it's good to see him in another role. I don't know. I was weirdly into that show for some reason, and I'm looking forward to season 2.
He had a bit role in a movie called Wind River that came out around this time last year.
Okay,
it's with Jeremy Renner, the guy that plays Hawkeye.
Okay,
and Elizabeth Olsen, who's Scarlet Witch. So it's weird that they're two. But it's a really good movie, but it's one of those movies that you'll only watch one time.
Alan Alda played Hawkeye.
There's an age joke. Wind River, I do recommend it for anyone out there want to watch it. It's really good. The last 30 minutes of that movie is an emotional roller coaster, and that's why you'll only watch it at one time. It's because you can't handle it again. Like it's just it's such a.
I still need to watch that movie. The one that she won the Academy. You recommended it was her daughter dies and she takes on the what's her name? What's her name?
Oh, 3 Billboards from Ebbing, Missouri.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to watch that. That's a good one.
I keep saying I got to watch it, and I just can't find time to do it.
You're too high in that castle, man.
I am. But, I want to talk a little bit about the election. I want to talk about the results. But we've been watching our granddaughter, who's 3 months old and has a pair of lungs on her. Both my wife are like going, I don't remember our kids screaming like this. Do you? Well, the last one, all she did was sleep, and she still just sleeps. But it's just like, I don't remember because she's got some lungs on her. Anyway, so yesterday I go, okay, I had to take my wife to work. So she had a break at 4:45. So I'm going to pick her up and we're going to have some quick dinner real quick. My daughter usually gets there at 3:45. She texts me, I'm running late. I go, I still have to vote. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll go by and see how busy it is. If it's too busy, I'm just going to skip it. I'm not going to vote because I just won't have time. I get there and there's nobody in line. I mean, literally like 10 people in line. I'm like going, I usually wait like an hour and a half. I go, wow, this worked out good. So, but literally there was nobody in line to vote.
Just let the mystery be, Jack.
I was like 5 minutes in there, and then I'm voting. And
all that early voting paid off. It
I guess
it opened up the seas there.
Some guy, I'm lucky because it's a small little. It's in our little area here. There's a small little clubhouse type thing, and they only have like 10 or 12 places to vote. Well, they have the
clubhouse, like you built it out of wood and a tree. And
yeah, exactly.
Because I don't think that's a voting place, man.
You know what? This day and age, I could have been in Florida. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, vote here. Cast your vote here.
Just imagine like some ramshackle boys club.
You want to come in here and see my polling place?
We got no hanging chads here.
You put your vote in the black hole, man.
There you go.
Whatever's on the other side.
That's right. And your vote counts.
It counts.
But anyway,
It was a really creepy place that we went with that, but I'm glad we did.
It's funny because they have a bunch of workers there, and I felt great because the average worker there was like 80 plus, so I felt like a kid. But the lady that was telling people where to go, she was a customer at our rink.
Was she really telling them where to go?
Well, she told me. Well, I'll get to that. But she's one of those
told
people.
the red hats where to go.
Not in my area, but she was one of those people, and I hate to say this, is like you never want to get stuck with a conversation because she's one of those people would just think of things to say to keep the conversation going.
Awkward.
Yeah.
And you're like, going, oh man,
so she could be a guest on the Ramblecast.
she could be. She'd be better than Chris.
He has been a little quiet this episode.
He has.
I think he's working with his cotton, man.
Oh, to let you know, Chris is not here tonight.
Oh, shit.
So I walk in. I for the first two ladies sitting outside. I go, "Hey, this is great." I just walk right in. She goes, "Isn't it great?" And I said, "It's fantastic." So, but I see her and I go, "Oh." So I turn around and run away and just forget voting because I don't have. But and to be fair, I don't have time. My daughter got there at 4:10. I got to the polling place at 4:15.
Yeah, you got at 4:20.
And I still have to get gas. I still have to get gas.
That's going to take another 10 minutes.
And then pick up my wife at 4:45 and not be late. And you
don't have time, dude.
You know what it's like to be late. She only has 30-minute break, and if I say I'm going to be there, you got to be there.
Yeah, and if you don't want to get the text, "Where are you?"
Yeah.
Now,
I'm at the voter booth, man.
Now what another thing that helped me is here in North Carolina, I'm sure, I don't know about everywhere, they have people outside that, like Jay and Colleen did, will tell you who to vote for and this, they give you stuff. Luckily, the three people that were walking in front of me, they got stopped by them. I ran around them. I just went around them. They go, sir. I paid like I couldn't hear them. I put a stick in my ear. And I can't hear you.
You use those blue blocker glasses that I bought. And nobody knows what you're looking at. You're just like, huh? You get a stick, you're perfect.
No, I think I said before, I've actually voted for people like for judges and stuff like that. If they're there and they have they take the time to say, hey, I go, all right, I'll vote for you. I didn't know what you stand for, but you're here in the rain. Because a lot of times you're standing there in the rain. You're here. You're asking for my vote. I will give you my vote. And they usually lose anyway. It doesn't matter.
I'm actually the opposite. Like I don't know how, but like every single person got my number this year. Yeah, and like I've done, like they'll call me, and it's like,
fuck you, free speech.
Well, that's what they'll do. They'll call me on the phone like, hey, I'm Jack Glatfelter. I would like for your vote. I'm like, you know what, Jack? Fuck you. I'm not voting because you called me.
No, okay. I'm not saying I don't want to be called. I don't want them coming. I don't want them coming to my door.
I'm done with the texts, by the way. I get 100 texts all the time now from like both parties, and I'm just so fucking annoyed. I got one the other day that was like, tweet or no, it was like text back at us and be on Trump's top 20 list.
Oh.
Someone's
I don't need to tell you what I tweeted
fuck
about.
Did you get it? You got the text while you're building the fire.
Yeah, right.
You said, that's it, I'm done. And you put a stick in your eye.
I was like, I'm tired of these political things. And both commercials, both sides.
Oh my God.
Like just
I watched Survivor tonight. And I have to watch it on the app, and so it means I have to watch commercials.
Oh,
and it was so thankful that I go, God, not one political ad. Oh, I'm going to do my best for you. No, you're not. Fuck you. Just shut the fuck up.
Here's a brainstorm for anybody listening or cares about political ads. Do something completely opposite, where you just give us 30 seconds of peace, and you say, "This moment of Zen brought to you by blah blah blah." That's it. That's all. Just give us a moment of peace. Show me the Grand Canyon for 30 seconds.
That actually might work.
I know, right?
It's kind of like it's like those Super Bowl commercials where you see it's like, we just blew $1 million for this 30 seconds. You're welcome. And it's like it'd be the same thing. Like, hey, I'd like your vote, but I'm going to give you 20 seconds of nothing but Zen right now.
When I first moved to North Carolina, what's his name? He ran for vice president with no personality.
Goldberg?
No, in 2000.
John Edwards.
Kerry.
Okay, it was John Edwards. He was.
Oh, John, yeah.
So he was here, and he had. I didn't realize at the time he wasn't running against anybody, but you see the ads. I go, I like this guy. He seems like a loving husband. He's basically he wasn't doing. He was just. It was very nice, but I found out he wasn't running against anybody.
He dropped off the planet. I hadn't even heard of that name in forever.
Well, that's why I had trouble remembering it.
Funny joke on a show that I just recently picked up watching. Great News on Netflix. Really enjoying that show, much more than Man in the High Castle right now. It's funny, and the cast is got some SCTV alumni in it. So if you enjoy that show,
well, were they like 80 now?
Sports Center. See, I was just kidding with you.
Oh,
well, who's in it? John Lovitz? Not John Lovitz.
No, actually, John Lovitz is not in it.
That's Saturday Night Live. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the guy in American Pie.
You're thinking of Schitt's Creek, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, Great News had a Team Edwards joke on there, which I thought was pretty hilarious. It's Andrea Martin. So,
okay, yeah,
she's one of the main stars in it, and she is a riot. She is hilarious. So
she's always been funny.
Yeah, and John Michael Higgins. So you've seen him a lot in like Best of Show and
Magnum PI,
right?
He is hilarious as well. So, and Horatio Sands is also in it. So.
I don't recognize him anymore.
It's another guy that dropped off the planet. Yeah.
It's good.
Well, he lost all that weight. That's the problem.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Well, anyway.
Isn't he the one that lost all the weight?
Interested in the show. Oh, and I think Nicole Richie, of all people, is on the show.
Yeah, I used to watch her show all the time. So anyway, I interrupted myself there. So I get to the lady, and she's looking at me like, and I haven't worked at the rink in almost a year. And she's looking at me like, I recognize you. But I'm like going, yeah, so where do I go vote? And she sends me to a line that there's nobody there. But I swear that my last name falls in this line. I go, all right, well, she sent me there. I go up to the lady. She's like 90. And I said, yeah. I said, Glatfelter. She said, I go, G-L-A-T. She goes, what? I go, so I get out my ID. She goes, I can't look at that. I go, but it has my name on it. It has my name on it. So this would help you. She goes, what is it again? I go, she goes, oh, you're in the wrong line. I go, well, she sent me to the wrong line. I wouldn't come to the wrong line. So I go, let me go out and get the answer. Oh, no. She grabs the book. And so she's going through the thing, and she kept asking me for my name over and over and over again. I go, I won't tell if you look at my license.
Oh, and what's the deal? Like, I have to show my license.
No, not here. We voted on that, and I guess it did pass. But I'm like, I have my license. Just I tried. I go, look, what if I cover it up and nobody can see that you're look? Because she couldn't get my name. I go, G is in goat.
Greatest of all time, right here, guys.
Literally, she could have saved me, because I'm on a time frame.
Yeah,
I don't have time,
and you still didn't have time to get high. So
no, I didn't. So I go to vote. So I'm in the little voting booth, and it's like we're like sardines in there, packed in there. And this guy walks in, probably younger than me, like he owns what, and he's bumping into everybody as he goes along. He's pushing us forward. I go, what the fuck, dude? So anyway, I go, okay, I'm not getting in a fight here because there's too many old people and someone might break. So all of a sudden,
sticks around.
His mom comes back in, and they go, "Ma'am, you can't come back in here after you voted. Ma'am, you can't come back in. I'm looking for my son. Mom, I'm over here." It's like It's like I go, "What the hell is going on here? You can't come in here, Mom. Just wait outside for me. I'll be out in a minute.
Good job, lady.
I want to see where you're at. I'm over here." And he's holding up an umbrella. It wasn't raining at the time. I mean, we did have some rain early day. I'm right here, Mom. I'm like going, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to vote here.
Man, domestic terrorism.
It just was like, it was like you couldn't make this stuff up. I go, God. So I'm trying to get the hell out of there. So now I go to the thing where we put our little thing in the little machine.
Well, yeah, that's what you do in those places. You put the thing in the machine.
In the black,
yeah. Well,
the bowling place.
Put it right here, buddy. You're okay. Yeah. We're squeal like a pig too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
the freedom
magic
hole.
Pony.
Yeah.
So I put it in there. It spits it back out. She goes, "Did you vote multiple times?" I go,
Sometimes that happens. They do.
It did. I go. No, I did not vote multiple times. I just voted for each candidate that was. I read the directions, and she's like, "Going." So I'm waiting. She goes, "You have to wait for the bell to stop ringing." I go, "Okay, but I wasn't inserting it. I'm just waiting for you to tell me." So I'm getting yelled at by the lady. The thing. So first, I wasn't going to ask for the sticker, so I had to put it in 2 times to get it to go in because it didn't work the second time. She goes, "Are you sure you didn't vote multiple times?" I go, "You want to look at it?" I can't look at it. I go, "I didn't vote multiple times."
Here it happens to a lot of guys, Jack.
It did. And I was like going, "Why? I need to get the fuck out of here. I voted." And she looked at me after. She goes, "Oh, it worked now." I go, "Can I have my sticker?" I voted sticker. See, I put it right there on my phone. She goes, "Okay," because we have everyone I'm seeing on Facebook has those really cool ones.
Yeah.
We have the same one that we've had ever since we've been here. I voted, little American flag, blah, 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 blah. But I wanted that sticker after that. I said, "I'm taking that fucking sticker. I don't care if it costs my money on my taxes. I want that fucking sticker." So I ran out of there, got out of there, and went and got gas and made it with 2 minutes to spare.
Man, you got to even have some extra phone time there.
It did.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, I wonder if Chris has looked at this message yet."
Yeah, of course he did. I should check. It does show if he saw it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, too late now because he's.
But that was my voting story. I don't know how you guys. I don't know if you voted early.
Oh, I voted early. Yeah.
No, I always vote in person because I just like doing it. It did alarm me though because people have always said that California is pretty fucking sketchy when it comes to voting. And the first time I voted, I remember when I first moved here, I remember going I'm sure that guy's fine. So I'm voting, and all of a sudden I hear the people go, "Sir, wait a minute. You just submitted your scan, what you inserted the thing. Why are you trying to give me this voter ballot? I mean, a mail ballot." He goes, "Oh, because I wasn't sure what to do with this." And she's like, "Wait a minute. Did you mail in your votes?" "Yeah." Then why did you come here and vote? "Because I was supposed to vote today."
I wonder how many people do that, and the votes, they just count the votes.
I wonder, because that's what I mean, because he clearly voted twice. And so I was like, and I'm sitting there looking at him like, oh my God, and he did seem pretty ignorant to it, though.
Yeah.
He didn't know that he made a mistake, but it was just
There are a lot of ignorant people that make dumb decisions, and you wonder how they get a degree. So, that's
just stupid.
Mm.
Okay, so hear me out, and I'm not saying that, but should there be a national voter just database, just one across the board, so that so somebody that lives in New York isn't necessarily registered in another state,
I absolutely agree with that. Yeah,
and that way you're voted in one place. That's it.
I've said for a number of years now, and I used to take heat on the political page. I could easily go to 7 different or 8 different polling places here and vote.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't care.
No, exactly. Same way, when I was in Tennessee, I voted in Knoxville, and I knew I could immediately, if I want to, drive 4 hours to my parents' hometown and vote again if I wanted to.
Now, if anyone's listening from the government, I would never do that. No. Because, be honest with you, I don't have the time.
I mean, think about how many people that are dead are still on the voter registration.
Well, that's a lot of these purges that were happening prior to this election. Supposedly, the purges that were dealing with a lot of these deceased.
When she finally found my page, there was another Glatfelter that wasn't anybody related to me.
Oh.
I kept looking and I'm trying to look at it, and she looked at me she's like, "What are you trying to do?" She didn't say it, but that's her luck. I was just trying to think. Myself, I went, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
I go, "There aren't so many Glatfelters here." I couldn't see the first name though. She had her finger on it.
I mean, a lot of the carpetbaggers are moving south.
But it wasn't a Glatfelter that I know. At least that I know. I'm not a carpetbagger. I'm a West Coaster. I'm a West Coaster.
Just saying. And then what else did I do about voting? No, it's just I like the punch because we have the same thing I guess you do, Jack. The actual you have a pen and you punch it.
No, we have a little ink pen and we draw a little circle. It's like being in school. You have to. Okay. When I first started voting, I remember
you guys are so in the fucking past. We've got computers and we
don't have. She couldn't find my fucking name. How am I going to get a computer?
Well, by the way, because Indiana has computers, You're welcome. That's why Indiana's so fucked
Oh,
up.
thanks. But what cracked me up when I was a kid, you'd always say, "Oh, I've got to go in there and pull the lever."
Yeah,
That's what they always talked about. So when I first voted, my first election was Reagan versus Carter, and I told the story before. I was waiting for it was literally just 3 houses down.
Who won?
I don't know. They're still counting the votes.
All right.
But I was sitting there waiting to vote. And I was watching TV. And I was all excited because I really wanted to vote. The Bears.
Okay.
But what's funny is that the people that had this family still lives there, and the kids are just they're out there. They're strange. I mean, they should be on the most wanted list. But anyway, so I'm sitting there during the election, and then they announced Reagan won. I go, what the fuck? I go, how could Reagan won? I haven't voted yet. And they go, well, that's just the way they do it. I go, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's when they said, well, look, I wasn't drunk back then, Matt. But anyway, so
I'm taking my Billy beer and going home.
But I said, that's just bullshit. It was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So then that's when they changed it. All the polls had to close before they announced, who won. But it's like school, your little SAT scores or whatever. Well, they probably don't do that now. You have to color it. I go, well, do I have to go exact? And my eyes are bad up close. So I'm like leaning back like this, trying to get the little pin circle in there perfectly. But anyway, my daughter got a vote because they had education something, and she's a special ed teacher or special needs teacher. And I said, fuck it, I'm not voting for that. There's only one person there. Fuck it, I'm not voting for them. I'm gonna write my daughter in. So yeah. I wrote my daughter in.
Nice.
Fuck it, I'm just a rebel that way. Mm-hmm. But that's what I did. That was my voting experience. And then I didn't really even watch the returns. I just said, okay.
What if you could write in an emoji?
Grumpy face
winky smiley face won by a landslide. It beat out angry face, which we had last 4 years. Now we got winky smiley face.
I'm all behind winky smiley face.
Oh man, better than tongue sticking out with a devilish grin face. That guy, you can't trust that asshole.
Well, LOL got pushed out, right?
Yeah, totally.
Fuck LOL. Even though I still use LOL.
LOL would win by name recognition, though.
You think so?
Probably. It would be the vice president for a while.
He'd be one of those senators around for 50 years because. Oh yeah, he's been. Why are you voting for him? Because I know his name.
LOL.
Yeah, I know LOL. He makes me LOL. No.
I don't know. LMAO can't beat the legacy of LMAO.
Yeah, but the thing is that you got the prudes that's like, hey, it's the A in the LMAO that they're like they're not going to vote for it because they'll never become president.
No, the millennials go, I want the ha ha ha.
Sure.
I want the ha 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 ha.
The old school.
Well, no, that's newer than the LOL.
Actually, you guys might know this. So one of my neighbors when I was in grad school was from Thailand, and they don't do LOL or ha ha ha. They do 5, the number 5, because it makes the sound like you're like about to laugh. So I was like, that's interesting, but it's actually is a very easy to do that because you're just hitting 5 over and over instead of having to go back between LOL or whatever. I was like, oh.
I never knew that. I learned something new every time on this podcast.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
But I still do LOL because fuck it. I'm not changing. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, keep to your principles there, Jack.
Because I know when I was first to go on these like LOL chats, like talking baseball and stuff, and you'd say something, someone go LOL, I go, fuck, they just say to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have the sense to go on Google. What does LOL mean, or what does?
Yeah.
Because sometimes
yourself.
Because sometimes I'm playing poker, and someone will write something foreign. You're playing against people around the world,
sure.
And they're really calling you like a big dick or suck my cock or something like that. And you're like going, thanks. It was a good hand.
Yeah.
But I look it up. I go, that fucking asshole was calling me an asshole.
PC load letter. What the fuck does that mean? It's like, no, exactly. It's like, some of them still every now and then throw me off. I remember the first time someone wrote BRB to me, and I was like, the fuck does that mean?
Bring your own beer.
Yeah, be right back. But I was like, oh, okay. Like,
oh, that's what that means? Be right back.
Yeah.
I guess so.
And I'm like, oh. But, like, it's just one of those, like, oh, what the fuck you going? Like, am I boring you? I'm sorry.
You're thinking of the classic BYOB. He ran as a senator in Massachusetts for a long time.
Well, who would bring that guy?
Exactly. No one would vote that guy.
Obviously, he did that when he was driving.
Yeah.
Right. BYOB's legacy cannot be matched.
But I did have a funny story about my granddaughter. If I could have a second here, I was going to bring it because I thought Chris would be here with a new baby coming along. And Matt, you know what it's like. I mean, Nick, have you changed any infants' diapers in your lifetime?
No.
Any?
Nick does not do Code Brown. No.
Well, I'm talking relatives. You know, I'm not just talking to some random person. You just go, yeah, I'll change your baby's diaper.
I'm definitely not wiping my grandfather's ass either, Jack. So.
Aww. Be surprised. I'm surprised what you do, for the loved one.
You got to do what you got to do, man. It is what it is. But and so anyway, we've been watching our granddaughter. My daughter went back to work, teacher. She was all upset. I said, look, you're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy it. I go, as much as, because she's been with her for 3 months, I go, as much as you're going to miss her, I go, getting away from her is a good thing. So my wife and I have been taking, she'd go to work and I have to watch her by myself. And she spit up on me. I posted a picture on Instagram and Facebook how she spit up on me. But I guess my son was giving me crap. I did spelled something wrong. I go, do you realize I did this with one hand? Took the picture, put it on Instagram, and typed it with my thumb. So fuck off. I was impressed that granddaughter was 2. I saw it 2, but I said, fuck it. I was trying not to wake her up because she's got some lungs on her. So anyway, so my wife leaves at 1:00, and for like an hour she's just screaming. Ah! So I'm walking around the house and I said, man, I go, I don't know how people my age can have kids. I told my wife that. I go, I would probably leave you if you got pregnant somehow. I mean, I know that sounds bad.
Wow, Jack. Wow, I didn't know that we could go there with this, but
that makes me look like
on a new
poll. Of course, she's tied up, so it can't happen. But I said, I don't know how people can deal with that. Because it's just you have to have patience to be. But she's my granddaughter, so I love her. So I'm get her down. I put her on the little thing there. We have it on our table, and we have a little pad there. We change her on. So I look at the diaper. It's got, because I learned yesterday, if it has a blue stripe, it means she peed.
Oh.
So okay, she's peed. So I've got the shirt kind of off. I got the pants kind of off. I take the diaper off, and she just lets loose with pee going everywhere. I go, what the fuck? Who gave you beer? What is going on here? I mean, pee is going. I'm trying to get it out of her. I go, oh, now it's going in her pants. Oh no, it's going up her back. It's like a puddle of pee. I'm like, so I'm picking her up. So she goes from screaming to just laughing. Like a 3-month-old. She thinks it's funny that Papa's got pee all over him.
Of course
she's got pee all over. I'm like, I take all her clothes off. She's still laughing. I'm wiping her down with this stuff. I go, what the fuck? And I go, does she have a spare outfit? I don't know. So I had to put her back in her pajamas that she came in. But literally, my wife goes, what did you cover? I go, she just started flowing. What was I supposed to do? It wasn't like a fountain. It just she just started peeing. And it was like, oh my God. So I was like, oh, I had to spray and wash her shirts and her pants, and her socks. And she thought it was the funniest thing. And the rest of the day, she was in a good mood. Her peeing on me put her in a good mood the rest of the day. She just kept laughing at me all day long.
It probably put me in a good mood too, Jack, if I peed on you. Probably.
Yeah, and then fell asleep sleeping on my chest, which, if you're a grandparent, it's just the greatest thing in the world. And then she spit up on me.
Drool. Yeah, that just goes with it.
Yeah. But she was, like I said, I was going to tell Chris, beware of the pee. You just have to be careful. But I'm sure he knows because he's, his daughter.
He's already got one. The thing is that because this, his oldest is what, 6 now, 6 or 7. So it's going to be
6.
Yeah. So he's probably forgotten some of that stuff. It's going to be a new wake up call to him. Because it's not like Jay and Colleen where you got like 2 years difference where you're still kind of in that same mode.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because with Zach and Alex, Cindy and I usually watch them together, and she somehow gets stuck with changing the diapers. I don't know how this works out, but it's been a while since I've had diaper duty. So, but I have her by myself, so I have to change the diapers. But it was like, oh my God, it's going everywhere. It was like a gallon of pee. So So I told my wife, no more beer. This kid is cut off. No more beer. But that was my fun day today, getting peed on.
Well,
And peed like ever. My daughter comes home and then she pooped just before she came home. I go, well, I'm not going to change her because it's poop, number one. Number two, it's like, I go, what if it gets on her somewhere? Well, I guess it seeped through and I didn't realize it got on my shirt.
oh,
It was all over here. She goes, well, did she have a change of clothes? I go, I don't know. She goes, well, why didn't you change her? I go, you were coming here soon. And then, yeah, look, I'm taking care of your kid. Shut the fuck up. But the poop she had poop everywhere. So, so we're feeding the kid beer and chili. It was like that mustard yellow poop.
oh yeah.
Oh my God. Wasn't up her back, but
Yeah, no. When it goes up the back, that's game
that's
over.
usually what wakes you up in the morning at 3 a.m.
You gave a baby chili?
But that's all I got. It just was like, it was the grossest thing in the world. But I survived.
I was curious. Did either of you see Bohemian Rhapsody this weekend?
I did not, but I want to see it.
It's not my radar as movies I'd like to see it, but no, I haven't.
Mike Myers is in it.
He is. It's
didn't
a
know
bit
that.
role. It's a bit role. That's a fictitious role, but you don't really recognize that it's him.
No, he was on Colbert.
Yeah.
I saw it on YouTube, and he was talking about it.
Oh, nice. Well, that's a nice kind of shout out because I mean, really, Wayne's World and Mike Myers, they brought that to the.
Well, I guess he was talking about it, and Lauren Michaels, when they're doing Wayne's World, said they want to do something from Axl Rose. Or not Axl Rose, but
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. And he's like, no, I want to do it because Bohemian Rhapsody was something he grew up on, and him and his brothers used to do it. So he goes, no. He goes, so Lauren Michaels said, so you've never been in a movie and you never want to be in a movie again. He goes, well, no, I want to. So he held his gun and kept it. So he goes, when this came about, they said, look, hey, do you want to? So he goes, yeah, who gets a chance to do something with Bohemian, you know what I'm trying to say, twice. So he had to do it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Then he told a story how he did something. He got a letter from George Harrison because George Harrison at the end couldn't speak. So they'd have Beatle meetings, and he would have a little mini me saying, "You all are idiots. You all are idiots," or something like that. He goes. So I get this letter from George Harrison. He goes, "I framed it. It's like in the Declaration of Independence glass. I mean, he goes, I have it in glass." So it was a pretty cool story to hear him talk about it. If you haven't seen it, go on Colbert's website. And
I bet. I mean, you treasure those things. From anyone that you idolized, you just like, oh my God, like this person knows who I am. It's like when I can't think of it. It's like like imagine if you're who we are, and then Paul McCartney or somebody walks up to you and goes, "Jack Glatfeller, huge fan of the Ramblecast." You're like,
I'd be like, "Fuck you, Paul! I took your song and I lost. Fuck off! Get away from me! Fuck you!" I didn't actually, but it just made more dramatic.
What if he was like, "You were right all along"? Or something?
That sounds more like John.
Okay, well,
You know what Jay would say? "I hear you're an asshole. Get away from me."
Or he'd total buckle and be a kiss ass, like, oh my God, it's Paul McCartney, like,
I hear you're the only guy that's famous. It's not an asshole.
All right, now speaking of Jay, and I don't know what this was in relationship to, but Nick, you did post. I do sometimes look at the messages. You posted something about like, is this true? Is Chris another not a Ram, but is he a broadcaster? What is that? What was your dig on him being a broadcaster?
Chris?
Yeah.
Chris is not a broadcaster.
Oh. Were you thinking that I had made that comment?
It was either I said, I was like, well, I don't think. I was like, I knew that Jack, Jay, and maybe you had the login to the Ramblecast account.
I do not have the login to the Ramblecast. Maybe at one point in time.
So it was either Jay or Jack. Yeah. So I knew Chris.
Oh, with that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not say it. That was not me.
But the North was right.
Well, Colleen has it.
Yeah, so it could be Colleen.
Because Colleen, that's how she gets the show. She has the password. She just takes it. She takes it off the YouTube account.
Colleen
So
knows
it's
everything.
inside job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside job.
Yeah. It was not I.
All right, I just was curious about that. So
Cliff was a very good friend this Sunday, and because I have no interest in buying a PS4 because I don't really game anymore.
I agree.
But I really want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. And Cliff,
can I say something? I thought that was a movie.
No. Could you interrupt me some more, Jack?
I know, but I don't want to forget. When I walked in Target, I go, "Did you see the?" I asked my wife, "I go, did you see the first one?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "What?" I go, "I see this thing everywhere." I go, "I don't remember the first movie." Yeah. She finally goes, "It's a game." I go,
"It's a video game." Yeah.
Oh,
it's a great game, Jack. Jack, you actually would like it. It's a Western, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I saw the port. That's what got my attention because I saw like Western movie. But go ahead.
It's funny. It's like one of my clearest memories. I don't know why. I guess because I thought it was so funny. Was that Colleen and I and Jay would usually go see Kevin Smith do it at Comic-Con because it was always like the last thing.
There's some other guy who used to go with you too.
Did you go to that too? Okay. Thanks for interrupting me.
Well, you left me out.
I wasn't sure. It's always a group of us. You never know who's with us.
Oh, God forbid we mentioned Jack. I mean, what would have hurt if you would have said Jack? I would have said
and Jack too. Jack was
I'm
there
pretty sure it was
sometimes.
Jessica.
Jack was there sometimes. You know, he was just heckling all the people on stage.
That sounds like Jessica.
No, I was interrupting him.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Kevin Smith.
Fuck you. But it was during when Entourage was still on. And at some point in the show Entourage, they're talking about Aquaman because that's how the main character, Vinny Chase, got famous is he was Aquaman. And in later seasons, they're talking about making Aquaman 2, but James Cameron doesn't want to make Aquaman 2. So they give it to another director. And they're like, well, who got the director? And they're like, Kevin Smith. And they're like, oh, shit. I can't believe Kevin Smith got. And this is where Kevin Smith is talking about. He goes, I had so many people after that fucking episode come up to me and be like, dude, congratulations on Aquaman 2. And I'm like, motherfucker, did you see Aquaman 1? Like, it's a TV show. And that's like the one thing I always remember because you could totally see people coming up to someone and saying that. Yeah.
I don't remember anything Kevin Smith.
And I forgot what I was talking about before all this happened, but
you were talking about Red Dawn 2 or Red Devil 2.
Okay. So Cliff was a good friend, and he texts me. He goes, "Hey, I'm not doing anything today. Can I come and visit you?" I'm like, "Sure." So he comes downtown and he brings me his PS4 that he's played one time, brand new PS4.
Wow.
And he's like, well, I got it for this game, but I didn't really like it, and I never use it, so you can have it. And I know you want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm like, all right, sweet. And then we went and saw. We went to eat dinner, and then we went and saw
hot dogs.
No, we went to. I proposed two things. I said, "There's a nice place we can go to."
And will you marry me?
Yeah, there's a nice place that we can go to. And he said yes.
I did give you the game.
Yeah. look, you gotta give me a little something for the effort.
I expect you to put your in this box.
In my polling place.
In the polling place, yeah.
Hey, there's a name for the show.
The polling place?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, there's a nice restaurant near where we're going that I haven't been to that Chris Kolke went to and said it was really good. We can go there. Or there's a really cheap diner right next to it that's got good French dips and burgers and all that. Which one do you think he chose?
The cheap one.
Of course.
Well, once you said French dip, though.
Yeah.
If you get a good French dip, that's better than steak.
Yeah. He didn't get the French dip, though. I got the French dip because I like French dips.
Yeah.
And then we went and saw Bohemian Rhapsody, which I do recommend. It is a good movie. And the last 20 to 30 minutes of that movie, if you're not a little bit tearing up as a Queen fan, then you're just
no heart.
Yeah, you have no heart. It is extremely chronologically and historically inaccurate, but as a movie, it's fine. You know. So,
what would you give it?
I gave it like a solid B. Like it's not. I understood why the critics kind of crapped on it because it's nothing groundbreaking. It's what you expect it to be. It's a music documentary style movie. So there's nothing groundbreaking about it, but it does its purpose.
Well, how is it's Remy, right?
Remy makes the film. I mean, if without him, the movie would be nothing.
Did you know he has a twin brother?
I did not know that.
He does have a twin brother. I saw that on Graham Norton.
Huh. But like I said, like the last few minutes of that movie really, because the Live Aid performance, people don't understand like how big that show was, and that Queen had been kind of crapped on their entire career, and they went out there and just rocked it for 20 minutes. And the way they shot it, the way they created it, it really, because it really makes you feel that the world was robbed of something when Freddie died.
Amazing talent.
Yeah. And it's just like, and that's what gets you. Like the rest of the movie is decent. Like, I wouldn't say like it's crap by any means. It's a good movie.
I never understood why people crapped on Queen anyway. I remember that growing up.
Well, it's because like if you listen to the first couple of records, the first 3 records, it's very Zeppelin-esque. It's very glam rock-esque. So they were kind of late to the party. So it was one of those like, it's just another group doing the same old thing.
Well, ELO was like the Beatles, but no one crapped on them, did they?
Exactly. But and then
I turned to stone.
And then you have Night at the Opera and A Day at the Races, which is Queen. It's the Queen sound. It's that opera, very layered, harmonized sound. And then, of course, that was dead by 1977, which is why they came out with like "We'll Rock You" and all that, which is more of a harder sound. But it's just
Another One Bites the Dust, which was a disco version, right?
Well, Another One Bites the Dust is written by the bass player, and which is because they wanted to go in a different direction. And I love The Game, which is that record. It's very different. It's layered, but it's one with a Crazy Thing Called Love and
Crazy Thing Called Love.
I love that song. Yeah,
it's a good one.
But Another One Bites the Dust. The Detroit Lions actually had a good year one year, and they took that as their song. That was their fight song or whatever. Because every time they beat a team, they go, "Another One Bites the Dust." Anyway, I
think one of my favorite commercials was a guy like bopping along to that, and then it pans back and he's in a limousine or he's in a
hearse. Yeah,
I remember that.
Everybody's looking at him, and you don't know why everybody's looking at him, but he's just bopping along on it, and it pans back and he's driving.
I remember that. That's some funny stuff.
It was funny. It stuck with me. I still think about that.
Is your credit card machine going now?
No, it's me.
Okay, I was gonna say fuck. It's almost 12.
No, my credit.
Wait, I didn't change my clock. It's only going on 11, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what the hell? We've been talking for 2.5 hours. But I still want to see it. I want to see that. I want to see the Ryan Gosling movie, the one with Neil Armstrong, and of course, Creed's coming out. I want to see Creed.
So, when we take a bet, does Rocky die in this movie or not?
He's getting up there, right? Yeah. He should have died a while ago. The cancer? Well, spoiler. The last movie, cancer. He just found out he had it, right?
I never saw Creed, so I don't know.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna say he dies in this one, but it's not the last time we see Rocky. There's going to be a ghost Rocky movie.
Does he get buried next to Adrian? Because he still goes next to Adrian. He has the chair. No one steals Rocky's chair.
All forced ghost Rocky, and he's like going around punching kids out just out of the blue, like bullies on the playground.
Did you know Adrian died, right, Nick?
Yeah, I did see that one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he hits on the girl.
A long time ago.
Girl, the first movie, which is not creepy at all.
Where he goes, no, he says he doesn't hit on her. He tries to. He tries
to help her life or whatever.
Because she's the one that said he's walking her because she goes, "Don't be hanging out the corner." The same thing for girls like that. Fuck you, Rocky. Is that what she says? Something like that.
Yeah.
In Rocky 1, yeah.
Yeah.
But I always like from Rocky. Remember Rocky 4? His son's like 6 or 7.
No, Rocky 3. Yeah.
No, it's
you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's Rocky 4, and then Rocky 5. He's driving a car, and it's like the next. It's like the next. It's like the next day.
Over the top. You're thinking of Over the Top.
No, I'm not thinking Over the Top.
I know.
Because they had
Over the Top could take place between Rocky 4 and Rocky 5.
I mean, because we find out Paulie spent he's made some bad deals and fucked Rocky over and his family, and they had to go back and
fuck Paulie.
Now,
why would you give power of attorney to
Paulie?
It makes no sense.
You didn't even want to have him in your ring corner.
Yeah, well, that's what the writers did to him. The writers,
because you remember Rocky 1, Paulie was all upset because Rocky wouldn't give him a job working the docks and stuff like that. You don't want to do that. Hey, don't talk to your sister that way. Fuck you away. You die without me. So I don't. Again, I'm.
What you give me? You give me this watch. Fuck this watch.
Stick your fucking watch. X-Lax watch.
That's great.
But why would you get again? Why would you? Why of all people? Sure, Paulie made some money on the first one with the meat locker. Made like $3,000, right? And he bought the prostitute to the match.
Who doesn't?
And then and of course, Rocky get 1,000 people cheering, but you can hear Adrian Rocky. Was that Rocky 2? No, Rocky 2. She was Rocky 3 maybe. Because Rocky 2 she was bedridden. She couldn't. And
Rocky 2 it has clips of Rocky 1 so much that you're like, this is just filler. It's kind of like.
Well, yeah, because he originally was going to let Rocky win, and Rocky won.
Right.
And then he changed it, so that's what gave him an excuse to make number 2.
Well, because they said Apollo Creed, he went to San Diego State, so he's a winner. He did. He went to San Diego State.
The character, or
no, the actor.
The actor. Okay.
He played football for San Diego State. Just a little trivia there for you. No, I've seen all the Rockies, all 7 of them, 8 of them. You should see Creed.
What about the spinoff Rocky and Bullwinkle? Have you seen all of those episodes?
I liked it until the Russians got involved.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
it's like the Russians are trying to infiltrate this cartoon. I don't like it.
This commercial. Let's get back to political commercials.
Now, wasn't it? I think it was on the Ramblecast from the Married Man where Chris shit on me because I said Rocky 3 is my favorite, and he was like, "How can you like Rocky 3 over Rocky?"
Pitiful.
Yeah, I like Rocky 3 because it's got a lot going on with it.
That's what I always say about Star Trek 3, but people crap on me about.
Oh, fuck off! That's a shitty
no one
movie.
likes Star Trek 3.
Me and George Costanza do.
Yeah, of course George Costanza.
7.
No, Rocky 3 is a great movie. I like because you have Mr. T, but there's a mistake in the movie where he's fighting and he's having flashbacks and they show him wearing the Apollo Creed shorts.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Or the yellow shorts. But he's not wearing the yellow shorts. It should have been the Apollo Creed shorts. The red, white, and blue.
That's what JP was just messaging me right before we hit record. To buy, what do you think? You think Rocky's going to die in this new movie? I said I'd give it a 7 out of 10 probability. And
why don't we ask the listeners? Does Rocky die in this movie?
And I said the only reason why Apollo.
Cry back. We don't care.
Yeah. The only reason why Apollo died is because he tired himself out dancing with James Brown before he got in the ring. That's the only reason why he died. Yeah.
You don't stop nothing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done
towel. Roll the towel.
He was rolling with
Throw
the
the towel.
I don't know who that actor is. I don't know his name, but every movie, his Apollo's original trainer.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Get away from him! That was every movie. You go back and watch 1 and 2. Get away from him!
I think he passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, now I'm making fun of him. I'm not making fun of the actor.
Making fun of
the scene. The scene, because it just he was right though. Why in Rocky 1? I'm knocking him out. Ain't gonna be no rematch. I don't want no rematch. Of course, then he wants a rematch and has to get into the name calling. Chicken Balboa, Italian chicken.
He's all wrong for us, baby. I saw that man come at you, and you beat that man, and he kept coming.
When Rocky's beating up the meat, and he goes, "Hey, you should watch this guy." Ah, yeah, right.
He's pretty serious.
Send some flowers to.
I'm serious too.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the.
You don't like my house?
Audiobook.
I got a nice house. Okay, you can be my trainer. I had no manager. Never had no manager.
It is one of those weird things, though. Like, when you get to Rocky 2, he's practically blind in his eye.
Yeah.
Yet he keeps going. It's like, did no one exploit this weakness that he can only see out of one eye?
To be fair, what do we learn in Rocky 3? that Mickey was setting up some softballs for. I mean, marshmallows.
That's true.
People without a stick. They were setting up some cupcakes. So cream puffs, I guess that's the correct term. I know I'd get to it eventually. So that's how he survived.
Some crepes, some flapjacks.
Until Mr. T came on. You want a real man?
But you might not know this, Jack. Joe Frazier, who is my favorite boxer, was blind in one eye.
He was also, they considered him for the part of Apollo Creed.
Well, he's based off of that. Yeah. Like that whole.
They did consider him for the part of Apollo Creed.
Yeah. He's in, which movie is he in?
The first one.
The first one, yeah. Yeah.
Are you ducking me, Joe? Oh.
Yeah.
They must know each other. And what happened to the first guy? The guy that was helping him train was in his corner, hitting him in the stomach and putting the medicine ball. What happened to that kid? He was just kicked. He was just kicked to the curb. No longer, in any of the movies. Anyway, so I will go see Creed. The Creed 2 is
Creed 2.
Even though the mom is not the same.
Well,
it's she's played by Bill Cosby's wife.
Right.
Cosby, Felicia Rashad.
Well, that's what you wonder because Hollywood's a fickle place. It's just like in Top Gun 2, they're not going to have Kelly McGillis, yeah, she's not going to be with Maverick. It's going to be Jennifer Connelly. So you're like, well, what the hell?
Well, Tom Cruise gets around.
Yeah, I know, but still,
she's a friend, but he doesn't.
So is Jennifer Connelly playing the same part?
I don't know. It's probably somebody new, but that just makes you think. It's kind of like in episode 7 when you learn that Han and Leia have been estranged for so many years. You're like, well, wait a minute. What if I wanted Han and Leia to have a happy marriage? It's the same thing as like I wanted Maverick and whatever her name was in the film to have a happy.
I to be honest with you, I never saw the two of them together.
Who?
I did the two parts. Tom Cruise and Maverick and.
I thought you were talking about Han and Leia.
No, Maverick and I'm drawing a blank on her name, but her character. I never saw them together.
Yeah,
it's not just because he had to leave the beach volleyball game early.
As well as hot for school teachers.
Yeah,
she just seemed older than him.
She was definitely more mature than him.
Yeah. I'm not knocking it, but I just never saw them together.
That is definitely one of the most questionable. I hate that you put that mental image in my head, though. The beach volleyball scene. That's definitely one of the most questionable scenes in that movie.
No, the questionable scene of the movie is they should have ended after they chased the MiGs away, and they land on the beach and they're celebrating. And then they have to go back. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You can be my wingman anytime.
You can bring my wingman anytime.
We also have to see him throw the dog tags out in the ocean. Why is he throwing them out? Like, why is he giving them up?
Why is he littering the ocean?
Maverick's a polluter. Yeah,
there's enough trash in the ocean. Way to go, Mav.
Well, it was back in the '80s when we didn't think there was any trash. We could just piss all we wanted to in the ocean, and it could just.
You have Tim Robbins. You're gonna do what? Is he coming back for the just to reprise that role? Yeah. You're gonna do what?
Apparently, that's what's really like. I think they did say that is that Maverick is now a captain. He's like, dude, it's been 30 years. He's only gone up like one rank in 30 years.
I guarantee you what happened. He probably gets demoted somehow.
He's gonna be like Kirk and go from admiral back to captain
because he's a Maverick. He's Maverick. He doesn't go by the rules.
You can't make Maverick go by the rules.
No, he can't.
That's his name.
I'm seeing a flyby. No, Mav. No, this is not a good time. No, Mav. No, Mav. No. God damn it, Maverick. The bald-headed guy from Back to the Future.
Should have, yeah. And then, I'm not sure. Him. It'd be nice if Strickland was in it. I know that Jester's not going to be in it because they didn't offer him a role. Oh, that's why it's because Jerry Bruckheimer and him or whoever, like they don't get along. That's why.
He's Tom Skerritt, right?
No, not Tom Skerritt. Tom Jester, that's Viper.
Oh, Viper. Tom. Well, he's like
Tom Skerritt's Viper. I'm sorry. Yeah, is Jester.
Well, he's like 90 though.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, what is he going to do? Come on his little rascal scooter, going, "Slow down, Maverick! You're going to the low deck. Gotta stay on the top deck." Maybe that's the whole movie. They're on little rascals and chasing each other. You're gonna do what?
Well, I mean, there's got to be drones involved too. You know, they're going to bring in that, I would think.
Well, what are they going to be fighting?
Drones.
Do you think drones?
Yeah, they're going to be up against drones or something. I mean, that's kind of like modern military. You have to bring that in somehow. You can't just ignore the fact that drones are.
Well, back with Top Gun though, you did have the Russians. There was a whole Cold War type thing. Who's going to be? Who's going to be our? Who are we going after now?
It's funny because they made that really crappy movie. What was it called? It was with the Jamie Foxx and where that had happened. Like they were an elite fighter squad, and then they had one fighter that was artificial intelligence. And then it decides to it's kind of like the Terminator plot. You know, it decides to kill them. And
this is Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, it came out like 04, 05. It was like the movie right after he won the Oscar for.
I was thinking the one with what's his name? Officer and Gentleman.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle, yeah. He's gonna die. Anyway.
That was back in the 80s, though. Still.
Yeah.
Chappie!
That's a Chappie. Chappie. What do you want, mayonnaise? I'm sorry, wrong movie.
Wrong movie, yep. Same character, same actor.
I love Officer and the Gentleman. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when she carries him out at the end.
She does carry him out at the end because he's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Gere is drunk, shit-faced drunk, and she carries him out.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, why was there only one set of footprints?
Yeah. And what's his name? David Keith hangs himself because he thinks, well, he's in love. And she was, I was lying about being pregnant, you asshole. I just wanted out of this shit town. So he goes and hangs himself.
I know. Well, spoiler alert. But yeah, I hate.
Well, if you haven't seen it, skip through that part. It's pretty emotional.
I always like David Keith. He's doing his little shimmy, makes all the women in Cleveland puke. Major League 2, if anyone's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a diehard Tennessee Volunteer fan. So I always
no wonder he hung himself.
Yeah. If you know, David O'Keefe and
it's David O'Keefe.
It's O'Keefe, just Keith. David Keith.
Yeah. David Keith, yeah.
And
there is an O'Keefe out there.
Yeah, in almost every film, he wears a piece of orange because that's Tennessee's color.
Huh. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. Like in Major League 2, because he's playing for Chicago White Sox. He wears a black band on his arm, and the star is an orange. So
I need to go check Officer and the Gentleman because I don't remember seeing any orange.
Yeah, I don't know if in Officer and the Gentleman because that was like one of his first roles, but I know he's done it ever
on
since.
His underwear. He was wearing a cock ring.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't see it on camera,
these things.
but it was just
No, he was wearing a choker for Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, he's got 2 rings.
Yeah, it made Eli happy.
Mm-hmm. How many the LA Chargers have?
Fucking none. Fuck the LA Chargers. Oh, they beat Seattle, so now everybody thinks they're for real. They almost choked the game. I'm still torn because I would love nothing better than Rivers to win a Super Bowl. I mean, the dude deserves it. But it's just so hard to think about Dean Spanos touching the Lombardi. It just, I was arguing with someone on Twitter. I'm going around with people on Twitter, the LA Charger fans. I said, I have no problem with people that remain fans of the team. I have no problem. So why do they shit on me? So this guy's going on and on. He goes, you fucking crybabies. Or he said, you crybabies always talking about Team Spanos this. What's Team Spanos' record this year? 6-2. I go, well, if you really want to know Team Spanos' record, 35 years, 0 Lombardis. That's Team Spanos' record.
Yeah, that's in a nutshell, right?
So basically, fuck you, I win, and he never responded back to me.
We've kind of had this like same as like Dan Marino. Like I really wish Dan Marino could have won at least one because he is a great quarterback, and he'll almost be forgotten in history because he never won one.
Dan Phelps.
Yeah, Dan Phelps. Yeah, it's like how many people aside from Jack would know who like Larry Zonka is? Like
love Larry Zonka. Well,
exactly.
Larry Zonka won 2 Super Bowls.
He did, but I'm saying, like today's generation, how many people know who Larry Zonka is? And he was a great fullback. I mean, he was really great.
Well, they had Warfield, Zonka, and Kick in their backfield. I mean, and Mercury Morris was back there too. Mm-hmm. Miami Dolphins. That was a great team. Well, Bob Greasy won 2 Super Bowls. If Bob Greasy, he was not a great quarterback, but they won 2 Super Bowls. I mean, he was a good system quarterback. He was a good team manager, game manager, but he wasn't a great quarterback.
Oh, there's a lot of teams that make it to the Super Bowl with just mediocre quarterbacks,
The Patriots have been doing it for years.
That's
for Chris.
Someone was on this show to,
Yeah. It's true. We should utilize this just to shit on Providence.
He would have been pissed.
He never listened to it, so he didn't know.
I'm going to send him this clip.
All right.
Anything else out there, guys? Anything else you want to talk about?
I think I'm good. I think I've said everything.
We're finishing up here.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wrapping up.
Yeah.
Well, if you like, send us an email.
Remember to wrap it up before you vote.
Yeah. Can I still vote? You can in Florida.
We got some special polling stations.
It is America's penis.
I did see it. And one last thing about Florida. Was it Casey Anthony? I heard that she wants to have a baby again.
Oh, okay.
You remember Casey Anthony, right?
I do remember Casey Anthony.
She was on trial for her daughter, and all the evidence showed she probably killed the daughter, but she got off because it was Florida.
Oh.
And the thread, I was on Reddit, and I saw it, and I said, well, what the fuck? But I went on the thread. 99% of the people said, she was found innocent, asshole, to the person that did it. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm staying out of this thread. But if you're the guy, and I know she was found innocent, but if you're the guy and you fall in love with Casey Anthony, you have a baby, do you ever leave the baby alone with her? I mean, just out of fear?
Ooh, yeah.
It's kind of like being lovers with Lorraine Bobbitt. Would you?
Well, that's true, but you just make sure all the knives and scissors are out, right?
Cut that out.
Well, he went on to become a porn star, or at least attempted to, right?
If you want to buy a nice pair of scissors, and who doesn't?
You can buy them on Amazon.
Yeah, you can.
Go to janejack.com.
And from what I hear, you don't want to mess with your wife's sewing scissors. Do not mess with those. If your wife has a pair of sewing scissors, don't fuck with them. You got to get your own damn scissors, because
if you have an angry, jealous wife, you want a pair of sharp scissors. You want a clean cut. Am I right?
It's true.
I'm just saying, you don't mess with your wife's sewing scissors.
You don't want those. What are those jagged scissors where like they're arts?
No.
I mean, you know what? Can you imagine? Cops said, "Wait, those were the scissors? We can't save this. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go look for it."
So if you're a smaller man and you need a cigar cutter, you can get those on Amazon too, right?
Well,
like cigar shavers. I don't know what they're called.
If you need that, you're better off with that one. Right?
Okay.
Circumcision.
But that's Amazon. You go to janejack.com just go to janejack.com
/Amazon. Yeah.
Or just go to janejack.com.
You started to get it right for once.
No, I was just saying go to janejack.com, our website. Click on Amazon. And what's coming around the corner? The holidays.
Christmas.
I'm sure you can get – hey, Matt, Nick, are you out of your cheese balls?
I'm not paying those prices. But yeah.
Are you out of cheese balls?
I am not. I have 6 cans left of cheese balls and 3 of cheese curls.
Wow. Are you just like making them last, or you just
I haven't had the hankering to eat them recently. But I'm kind of conserving them. I have another 7 months before they expire. So
you're just making them last.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I got a question for you, though. It's been killing me the whole episode. I'd never noticed this before. Is that a ladder behind you?
No, that is the guardrail for the window.
The window?
Yeah.
I don't see a window, but is there a window behind you?
Yeah. Do you want me to open it for you?
Oh, those are blinds.
Those are blinds, yeah.
So, hold on a second. That guardrail is going to keep you from falling out the window.
It prevents me from those times where Chris criticizes me. It keeps me from jumping.
Oh.
Wow. Because I don't think it would take much for you to get over those guardrails.
Or to get over Chris's complaints.
And if you like complaining.
Who doesn't?
You can go to iTunes and give us a review.
Let me
saying I love these guys. No, we do a Patreon. We go to patreon.com/JaneJack, or just go to JaneJack.com, become a patron. It's the best thing to do, right, Matt?
It is, yeah. And Jay and Jack, jayandjack.com has all of those links there. It has a link for Amazon and where to become a patron. So,
and if you want, send us an email. If say, hey, I want you to keep the Ramblecast After Dark style, or no, I don't want you to do that. I mean, it's going to be basically built on you, the people. If the ratings or downloads remain high for this, I don't think we have a choice but to stay with this, right?
Do you want us to go every other one? Tell us. You tell us. Maybe you're like, hey, shut the fuck up, Jack. Nobody cares about Beretta anymore.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah, don't do it. Woo! Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No, it's like having Sammy Davis Jr. on the podcast. Actually, you could have been Sammy Davis Jr. there, right?
I was close.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Sing it, baby. Look, kind of mankind.
I was worried I would end up with a glass eye.
I'm one of the Rat Pack, baby. We couldn't name the other ones, but I'm one. But we thank all our patrons. But we thank Tax from Tokyo, Eckhart Rickner Glaffelder, Ed the Letter Carrier, Megan Magnuson, and Joanne with the plan. Joanne's still traveling, isn't she? She's all over the world.
She was, yeah. She was in Japan, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Anyway, but if you want to send us an email and just give us, hey, maybe you say, hey, this is great with just the three of you. We don't need Chris. I'm just throwing it out there. It's giving I
think it's it's RCADcast
at gmail.com. It's as simple as I can make it. RCAD cast at gmail.com. And that's all I got.
BYOB.
Yeah. Bring your own LOL.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you go vote in Florida because the polls are still open. I feel bad for Florida. It's just like they become like the joke state, right?
They've been that way for a long time.
I know, but it's really it's like you have Florida Man, you have all this different stuff, and I know people from Florida.
It's too much heat, man.
They're normal. They're normal people, but some of the stuff that goes on in Florida, you just go, "What the fuck?" And every election. Yeah,
but think about it. Like, take California and then make it a peninsula. People would go apeshit.
Well,
right?
They're pretty nice.
There's two totally different kinds of crazy, though.
Oh, okay. Well,
because like California crazy is like I'm yelling at the air because I have nothing else to complain about because it's perfect aside from taxes.
Oh, hold on a second. Fuck off. You live in Los Angeles. There's nothing perfect about Los Angeles.
No, but I'm saying, but the crazy people, like in downtown Los Angeles, you have the crazy people that are just like, and then the guy, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then you have Hollywood crazies, which are the people out there with signs talking about how you're going to go to hell or whatever. They're just nuts. Or they're doing an open casting call that no one's watching because they think they can make it in Hollywood because they're acting for people.
If they can make it there, they can make it anywhere.
That's New York.
That's New York. I'm sorry. It's like those people, the religious people that you always have at Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You go down. You
really think anybody here is like going, "You're right. I need to repent right now."
You won me over, sir. Yeah. You did. And then Florida, I think Matt's on something here. Matt's on something here. It's the humidity because I grew up in Tennessee where it's pretty humid depending on what part of the year. You go down to Florida in July, August,
it sucks.
Your hair immediately frizzes out and you're just going around going, "Fuck, it's hot," and it's just you just want to hit somebody.
They say the best time to go to Disney World is when it's hot and humid because nobody goes there.
Yeah.
So whose fault is that? That's Walt's fault.
It's cheap land. That's why.
Fuck you, Walt. I'm going to go unplug your ice machine that's keeping you frozen. Who unplugged Walt? Not me.
Can you imagine being Walt, like frozen, and they bring him back like 200 years later? Like,
Mickey Mouse is 90 years old. Anyway.
What do you mean Mickey Mouse is not even a big popular guy anymore? No movies about Mickey Mouse.
I thought we ended this thing.
When was the last movie about Mickey Mouse?
Wait, we're like a traditional Southerner or Jack's former coworker. We just keep going.
That wasn't a coworker.
Oh.
It was a customer.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what they say. Customers always
No.
Customers are nuts.
Well, anyway, great show, guys. 1 in a million. Hope you voted at that polling place down in Florida. Twice.
I don't know if I got some kind of disease. Hanging Chad my ass. Okay. Hasta luego and goodbye.
See ya.